The 2010 Ariel Atom 500 is a high-performance lightweight sports car made by the Ariel Motor Company. It boasts a 32-valve 3-liter V8 engine made from two engines of the Suzuki GSX 1300R and differs from other Atom variants by the addition of spoilers and a unique paint job. It was put on a limited production run of 25 units. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. The 1963 Aston Martin DB5 is a Grand Tourer coupe designed by Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera and manufactured by Aston Martin. Regarded to be the most iconic Aston Martin ever created, it was fitted with an all-aluminum 4-liter inline-6 engine, a 5-speed gearbox, and was fitted with disc brakes. It is well known for being James Bond's car of choice. But this almost never happened during pre-production of Goldfinger. William Lyons, co-founder of Jaguar, refused to lend 3 Jaguar E-Types for production of the film, and this forced producer Albert R. Broccoli to use the DB5 in its place. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Duel, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 1964 Aston Martin DB5 Vantage is a high-performance trim of the DB5. It is mostly known for its appearance in the 1964 film Goldfinger. It has since become the most prominent car in the James Bond films, being featured in Thunderball, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, Casino Royale, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. The DB5 Vantage appears in Need for Speed Edge and Most Wanted 2012.
Now pay attention, 007. First, your new car.
You'll be using this Aston Martin DB5. Windscreen bulletproof. Smokescreen. Left and right front wing machine guns.
Oh, very good.
The 1997 Aston Martin DB7 is the predecessor to the DB9. The car is based on a Jaguar XJS platform. Many variants of the DB7 were made, such as the high-performance V12 Vantage and an even more powerful V12 GT or GTA model. A convertible model, the DB7 Volante, was unveiled in 1996 and is the most sold variant of the DB7 line. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. The 2006 Aston Martin DB9 is a front-engine, rear-wheel drive 5.9-liter V12 powered Grand Tourer coupe that produced 470 brake horsepower at 6,000 RPM. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds and had a top speed of 186 miles per hour or 299 kilometers per hour. It was in production between 2004 to 2016. In 2016, production of the DB9 ceased and was replaced by the DB11. The DB9 appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Carbon Own the City, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, and Shift 2 Unleashed. The 2017 Aston Martin DB11 is a Grand Tourer which made its debut at the Geneva Motor Show in March 2016. It is the successor to the DB9, which had been launched in 2004. The DB11 is Aston Martin's first turbocharged series production car, being powered by a twin turbocharged 5.2-liter V12. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 2018 Aston Martin DB11 AMR is a Grand Tourer which was unveiled in 2018 as a replacement for the standard model. It received an improved engine that produced 630 horsepower and a revised 8-speed automatic gearbox, stiffer rear suspension, and an increased top speed of 208 miles per hour or 335 kilometers per hour. Alongside a more aggressive exhaust sound in sport mode, a black roof, and a new dark interior, it also decreased in weight by 3.5 kilograms. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2019 Aston Martin DB11 Volante is an open-top convertible based on the coupe of the same model range. It weighs 110 kilograms or 242 pounds heavier than the V8 coupe, but Aston Martin offers the Volante with an AMG V8 to avoid increasing the weight even further. The DB11 Volante appears in Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. The 2005 Aston Martin DBR9 is a GT1 race car manufactured by Aston Martin Racing to compete in the GT1 category. It is based on the Aston Martin DB9 but uses an aluminium frame with carbon fiber panels as well as a 5.9-liter V12 engine. The DBR9 has been successful in numerous motorsport racing series such as the 24 Hours of Le Mans, American Le Mans Series, and FIA GT1 Championship. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Shift, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Need for Speed Edge. The 2010 Aston Martin DBR S9 GT3 is a FIA GT3 race car developed by Aston Martin Racing. The car has a distinctly different bodywork and a more powerful version of the 5.9-liter V12 engine in comparison to the DB9. It was frequently used in FIA GT3 championship sessions and by small motorsport teams in other events. The DBR S9 appears as a modern GT3 class car in Shift 2 Unleashed with a price tag of $397,000 US. The 2008 Aston Martin DBS is a front-engine, rear-wheel drive Grand Tourer which featured in the James Bond movies Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. Production began in 2007 and ceased in 2012, with it being replaced by the Vanquish. A convertible model was made available in 2009. It appears in Need for Speed Undercover, World, Hot Pursuit 2010, Most Wanted 2012, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The Aston Martin DBS Superleggera is equipped with a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 engine that produces 715 horsepower and 900 Nm of torque. This allows the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds and reach a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Superleggera, meaning super light in Italian, signifies the car's lightweight construction. It weighed just 1,693 kilograms or 3,733 pounds. The car incorporates active aerodynamics including an F1-inspired double diffuser and a deployable rear spoiler. These features enhance downforce and stability, with the car generating 180 kilograms of downforce at top speed. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2009 Aston Martin DBS Volante is a front-engine, rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual convertible variant of the DBS Coupe. It has a 5.9-liter V12 engine producing 510 brake horsepower and a top speed of 191 miles per hour or 307 kilometers per hour. Its curb weight is 1,810 kilograms or almost 4,000 pounds and can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.3 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit 2010, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2009 Aston Martin 177 is the first hypercar built by Aston Martin, with only 77 being produced. each costing an upwards of 1.1 million British pounds. Aston Martin claimed that it will be the world's most powerful car to be powered by a naturally aspirated production engine. It has a 7.3-liter V12 engine producing 750 brake horsepower and a top speed of 220 miles per hour or 354 kilometers per hour. It can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, Rivals, No Limits, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2015 Aston Martin Rapide S is a 4-door sports saloon. Its name is derived from Aston Martin's previous 4-door saloon, the 1961 Lagonda Rapide. First shown at the Frankfurt Motor Show in 2009, the concept Rapide entered production in 2010. In 2013, it was reworked into the Rapide S with a facelift and improved performance. In 2015, further improvements were made to its V12 engine alongside the 6-speed gearbox being swapped out for an 8-speed Touchtronic 3 automatic. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2008 Aston Martin V8 Vantage N400 is a special edition model of the Vantage. The car was built to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Aston Martin DBR1's success at the 1000-kilometer Nürburgring race. 240 N400 coupe and convertible units were produced in total. A map of the Nürburgring is stitched onto the center armrest. As the name suggests, the 4.3-liter V8 has been tuned up to 400 brake horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Shift and Shift 2 Unleashed. The 2001 Aston Martin V12 Vanquish is a performance sports car. In 2007, it was replaced by the DBS. Similar to the DB7, special edition models of the Vanquish were sold before production ended. Those cars were known as Vanquish S Ultimate Edition models, whose paint was a unique ultimate black color. In addition to that, an upgraded interior and a manual gearbox were equipped. In 2012, the Vanquish name returned for the replacement of the DBS. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. The 2009 Aston Martin V12 Vantage is a sports car powered by a 5.9-liter V12, which was also used in the DBS. The V12 Vantage is featured on the box art of Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. Production started in 2009 and over 1,300 units were produced, including a convertible variant and the Zagato-designed V12 Zagato. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, both PC and mobile, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2022 Aston Martin V12 Vantage features a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 engine producing 690 horsepower and 753 Nm of torque. This powerful engine propels the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds and gives it a top speed of 200 miles per hour or 320 kilometers per hour. It incorporates extensive use of carbon fiber for the front bumper, clamshell bonnet, front fenders, side sills, and rear bumper, which reduce the overall weight to 1,795 kilograms or almost 4,000 pounds. Each V12 Vantage can be highly customized through Aston Martin's Q by Aston Martin program, allowing customers to choose unique colors, materials, and finishes for a truly personalized vehicle. Aston Martin limited the production of the 2022 V12 Vantage to 333 units worldwide. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage S is powered by a 6-liter V12 engine that delivers 565 horsepower and 457 pound-feet of torque. This engine allows the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds and achieve a top speed of 205 miles per hour. The car features a 7-speed automated manual transmission known as Sport Shift 3, which provides quicker and more precise gear changes compared to traditional manuals. It comes with an adaptive damping system with 3 driving modes: normal, sport, and track. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Aston Martin Valhalla concept features a hybrid powertrain that combines a twin-turbo V6 engine with electric motors producing a combined output of 937 horsepower. The Valhalla's design is heavily influenced by aerodynamics with features like an active rear wing, front splitter, and Venturi tunnels. It has a weight of just 1,550 kilograms or 3,417 pounds. Aston Martin plans to produce only 500 units of the Valhalla, making it a highly exclusive and sought-after hypercar. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Aston Martin Valkyrie features a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine paired with an electric motor producing a total output of 1,160 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. This powertrain enables a top speed of over 250 miles per hour, easily over 400 kilometers per hour. The Valkyrie uses a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis and body, resulting in an exceptionally low weight of around 1,030 kilograms or 2,271 pounds. Developed in collaboration with Red Bull Racing, the Valkyrie incorporates advanced Formula 1 technology, including a pushrod suspension system, active aerodynamics, and a high-revving engine that can reach 11,000 RPM. Only 150 road versions of the Valkyrie will be produced, each car highly customizable through Aston Martin's Q division. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2012 Aston Martin Vanquish was the winner of the King of the Streets challenge on the official Need for Speed Facebook page, which allowed fans to choose between 8 cars, with the winner being made available on both sides of the law. The Vanquish is available either as a 2-seater or a 2+2. It has a 5.9-liter V12 engine, an interior inspired by the limited production 177, and a Touchtronic 2 automatic transmission. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. The 2020 Aston Martin Vantage is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine sourced from Mercedes-AMG, producing 503 horsepower and 685 Newton meters of torque. This engine propels the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds and gives it a top speed of 195 miles per hour. The Vantage offers multiple driving modes including Sport, Sport Plus, and Track, which adjust the car's throttle response, suspension settings, and exhaust note. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2016 Aston Martin Vantage GT12 was officially revealed at the 2015 Geneva Motor Show, and only 100 cars were produced. It features a carbon fiber body kit and a titanium exhaust system, along with a lithium-ion battery to save weight. It is fitted with carbon brakes, a retuned 3-stage adaptive damping, a special track mode for the dynamic stability control, and ABS systems. The Vantage GT12 appears in Need for Speed Edge. The Aston Martin Vulcan is a high-performance track car limited to 24 units. Vulcan is the god of fire in Roman mythology, and Vulcan is a fictional race in the Star Trek franchise. It has a carbon fiber body on top of an aluminium chassis which holds the 7-liter V12. Fitted with carbon ceramic brakes and limited slip differential, the Vulcan has a price tag of $2.3 million US. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 1965 Austin Mini Cooper S is a front-engine, front-wheel drive performance model of the Mark I Mini from the Austin Motor Company. It has a 1.1-liter inline-4 A-series engine producing 70 horsepower and has a top speed of 90 miles per hour or a respectable 145 kilometers per hour. Weighing only 686 kilograms or 1,512 pounds, it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 13.5 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Shift 2 and Need for Speed Edge.
And now it's coming long right-hand corner. Put it car a little bit sideways.
The 2011 BAC Mono is a super lightweight sports car developed by Briggs Automotive Company, powered by a naturally aspirated 2.3-liter inline-4 Ford Duratec engine, tuned and supplied by Cosworth, producing 280 horsepower at 7,700 RPM. Weighing just 540 kilograms or 1,190 pounds, it can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds and has a top speed of 170 miles per hour or 274 kilometers per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. The 2016 Bentley Bentayga is a luxury crossover first shown at the 2012 Geneva Motor Show. The name is derived from Rogue Bentayga, a summit on the island of Gran Canaria, one of the Canary Islands. It has a 6-liter twin-turbo W12 engine producing 600 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2018 Bentley Continental GT boasts a 6-liter W12 engine producing a whopping 626 horsepower. It goes 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. The iconic matrix grille and distinctive LED headlights make it instantly recognizable. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2012 Bentley Continental GT V8 is a second-generation trim of the Bentley Continental GT and is fitted with a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 engine producing 500 horsepower. Differences from the W12 include cylinder deactivation technology, weight reduction, engine heat management, and better fuel economy. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. The 2010 Bentley Continental Super Sports is the fastest and best handling of all Bentley vehicles created so far. It has a 6-liter twin-turbo W12 engine producing 621 brake horsepower, weighing at 2,240 kilograms or almost 5,000 pounds. It has a top speed of 204 miles per hour or 328 kilometers per hour and can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, Most Wanted 2012, Mobile, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2010 Bentley Continental Super Sports Convertible is an open-top variant of the Super Sports Coupe. It has the same engine and body, but is slightly slower. Its top speed is 202 miles per hour or 325 kilometers per hour, and 0 to 60 miles per hour time is 3.9 seconds. It also weighs 5 kilograms less, roughly 10 pounds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2012 Bentley Continental Supersports ISR convertible is a limited edition of the convertible. The ISR or Ice Speed Record is a homage to Bentley's world speed record on ice. The car uses a tweaked version of the 6-liter twin-turbo W12 engine, producing 10 brake horsepower more. The ISR appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. The 2015 Bentley Mulsanne Speed is a luxury saloon debuting on August 16, 2009 at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. It is the first Bentley in over 80 years to be designed by Bentley Motors, with the previous car being the 1930 Bentley 8-liter. The Mulsanne appears in Need for Speed Edge.
That shouldn't be possible! You want to drive this thing or sit in the back because it's that good to drive apparently. Well, a little slide. I can't believe that. It weighs so much and it will still slide.
The Brabham BT62 is designed exclusively for track use, featuring a lightweight carbon fiber chassis and body. The car weighs just 972 kilograms or 2,143 pounds, powered by a naturally aspirated 5.4-liter V8 engine producing 700 horsepower and 667 Nm of torque. The BT62 generates over 1,200 kilograms or 2,645 pounds of downforce at top speed. Only 70 units of the Brabham BT62 were produced, each individually numbered and customizable to the owner's specifications. It pays homage to Brabham's rich racing history, with design elements and engineering inspired by the brand's Formula One legacy. Led by David Brabham, the son of the legendary racing driver Sir Jack Brabham. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2011 Caterham Superlight R500 weighed just 1,113 pounds or 505 kilograms, powered by a 2-liter Ford Duratec inline-4 engine, producing 263 horsepower, giving it a power-to-weight ratio of 520 horsepower per ton. Designed with minimalistic features and a stripped-down interior, focusing purely on performance, it achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.88 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift to Unleashed, and Most Wanted 2012. The Jaguar CX-75 was unveiled at the 2010 Paris Motor Show to celebrate Jaguar's 75th anniversary. It featured a 1.6-liter turbocharged and supercharged inline-4 engine with electric motors producing a total of 890 horsepower. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds and had a top speed of 200 miles per hour or 322 kilometers per hour. The car had an all-electric range of around 37 miles or 60 kilometers, making it one of the first supercars to offer a significant electric-only driving mode. Only 5 prototypes were built. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, and Edge. The 1963 Jaguar E-Type Lightweight was a limited production variant of the iconic E-Type, with only 12 units originally built in the 60s. It used aluminium for the body panels and engine block, reducing the car's weight by 250 pounds. It was powered by a 3.8-liter inline-6 engine, producing 300 horsepower. This engine used a wide-angle cylinder head and triple Weber carburetors. The E-Type Lightweight achieved victories at events such as the 1963 12 Hours of Sebring and the 1964 Australian GT Championship. In 2014, Jaguar announced the production of 6 additional lightweight E-Types built to the exact specifications of the original, preserving the legacy of the lightweight E-Type. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift to Unleashed, No Limits, and Edge. The Jaguar F-Type convertible offers a supercharged V6 or a supercharged V8, producing up to 575 horsepower. The F-Type convertible is a modern interpretation of the classic British roadster, featuring a sleek and stylish design with a retractable soft top. It appears in Need for Speed Mobile. The 2019 Jaguar F-Type R convertible is powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine, producing 550 horsepower and 502 pound-feet of torque, with a top speed of 186 miles per hour or 299 kilometers per hour. The F-Type convertible's soft top roof can be raised or lowered in just 12 seconds at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. Like the convertible, the Jaguar F-Type R Coupe is powered by the same 5-liter supercharged V8 engine, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2013 Jaguar F-Type V8S was the highest model designation of the F-Type series, powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 495 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. The supercharger contains two Eaton-supplied 4-lobe rotors and a liquid-cooled intercooler. The F-Type S appears in the Chinese mobile release of the Need for Speed Most Wanted. The Jaguar XE SV Project 8X760 was limited to just 300 units worldwide, making it one of the rarest Jaguar models. Each car was hand-assembled at the SVO Technical Centre in Warwickshire, UK. It is powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 592 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. This makes it the most powerful street-legal Jaguar ever built, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds. It holds the record for the fastest 4-door production car lap time at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, clocking in at 7 minutes and 21 seconds. The F-Type R appears in Need for Speed No Limits. When it was introduced in 1992, the Jaguar XJ220 was the fastest production car in the world, with a top speed of 212 miles per hour or 341 kilometers per hour. It is powered by a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine derived from the Jaguar XJR11 Group C racing car, producing 542 horsepower and had a low drag coefficient of 0.36. Only 281 units of the XJ220 were produced, each car hand-built at Jaguar Sports facility in Bloxham, Oxfordshire. It appears in Need for Speed 2, Rivals, No Limits, and Edge. The 1991 Jaguar XJR15 was developed by Jaguar Sport, a partnership between Jaguar and TWR, Tom Walkinshaw Racing. It was the first road car entirely made from carbon fiber, which resulted in a curb weight of just 2,315 pounds or 1,050 kilograms, and was based on a Jaguar XJR9 Group C racing car. Only 53 units were produced between 1990 and 92. Powered by a 6-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine producing 450 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. This engine provided the car with a top speed of 191 miles per hour or 307 kilometers per hour and a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 3.9 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The 2006 Jaguar XK was one of the first production cars to feature an all-aluminium monocoque chassis designed under the direction of Ian Callum. It came with a 4.2-liter V8 engine producing 300 horsepower and later a 5-liter V8 producing 385 horsepower, capable of going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon. The 1999 Jaguar XK8 was the successor to the XJS. It was the first car to feature Jaguar's new AJ V8 engine producing 290 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. The XK8 appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. The The 2009 Jaguar XKR was equipped with a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 510 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 1998 Jaguar XKR convertible was the first convertible model in the XK series, powered by a 4-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 370 horsepower and 387 pound-feet of torque. Its styling cues were inspired by classic Jaguars such as the E-Type, or with a modern twist. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. The 1998 Jaguar XKR Coupe was equipped with a 4-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 370 horsepower and 387 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.2 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. The Jaguar XKR SGT was a limited edition model, with only 30 units produced for the North American market, each car hand-assembled at Jaguar's Castle Bromwich plant in the UK. It featured a carbon fiber front splitter, rear wing, and rear diffuser, an adjustable suspension setup, and carbon ceramic brakes powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 550 horsepower and 502 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2015 Land Rover Defender 110 double cab pickup is known for its spacious cargo bed combined with seating for up to 5 passengers. The 2.2-liter turbocharged diesel engine produced 120 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. It is developed and manufactured by Jaguar Land Rover following their acquisition by Tata Motors from Ford in 2008. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 1998 Land Rover Discovery features Land Rover's Terrain Response System, which allows the driver to select different modes like general driving, grass, gravel, snow, mud and ruts, sand, and rock crawl. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. The 2011 Range Rover Evoque L538 introduced a new design language for Land Rover, featuring a coupe-like silhouette, slim headlights, and a distinctive floating roof. Its bold styling earned it numerous design awards, including the World Design Car of the Year in 2012. The plug-in hybrid combines a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine with an electric motor, providing a total output of 309 horsepower and an electric-only range of up to 41 miles or 65 kilometers. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Edge. The 2015 Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR L494 is the most powerful and fastest Range Rover ever produced. It is powered by a 5-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 567 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds, and has a top speed of 283 kilometers per hour or 176 miles per hour. It also features 21-inch alloy wheels as standard, with optional 22-inch wheels available. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 1993 Lister Storm is a rare British supercar based on the Lister racing car that competed in the FIA GT Championship. Only 4 road-going versions were built. It was powered by a 7-liter Jaguar V12 engine, producing 546 horsepower and 580 pound-feet of torque. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds and had a top speed of 208 miles per hour. The racing version of the Storm enjoyed success in motorsport, winning the 1999 FIA GT Championship. It appears in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The 2002 Lotus Elise Series 2 Sports Tourer features an aluminum chassis and fiberglass body panels with a curb weight of only 860 kilograms or 1,896 pounds. It initially featured Rover K Series engines but later switched to Toyota Source 1.8-liter 2ZZGE engine. The Elise is known for its exceptional handling thanks to its lightweight construction, precise steering, and well-tuned suspension. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. The 2006 Lotus Elise 111R is an enhanced version of the Elise S2, using a more powerful 1.8-liter Toyota 2ZZGE engine, producing 189 horsepower and 133 pound-feet of torque. This engine features Toyota's variable valve timing with intelligence system, or VVT-I, which optimizes performance and fuel efficiency by adjusting the timing of the intake and exhaust valves. It also comes with upgraded larger front discs and AP racing calipers. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Carbon on the City, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Edge. The 1999 Lotus Elise GT1 was built for homologation purposes to compete in a GT1 class of the FIA GT Championship in 1997. It is powered by a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V8 engine sourced from the Lotus Esprit, producing 580 horsepower. It has a lightweight carbon fiber and Kevlar body combined with an aluminum chassis, resulting in a very low curb weight of around 900 kilograms, or almost 2,000 pounds. Only 1 road-legal car and 6 race cars were produced. The Elise GT1 appears in Need for Speed 2. The 2022 Lotus Emira combines Lotus's renowned handling with modern technology and luxury. It offers 2 engine options, a 3.5-liter supercharged V6 from Toyota, producing 400 horsepower, and a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 from AMG, producing 360 horsepower. Emir is an Arabic word meaning prince, whilst Emira is the feminine form meaning princess. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits and Unbound. The 1996 Lotus Esprit V8 is powered by a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V8 engine producing 350 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds and a top speed of 175 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest Lotus cars of its time. The Esprit V8 retained the iconic wedge-shaped design that defined the Esprit lineage. Its sharp lines, pop-up headlights, and mid-engine layout contributed to its distinctive and timeless appearance. The Esprit V8 appears in Need for Speed 2. The Esprit V8 Sport 350 is a limited edition model with only 50 units produced. It features a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 350 horsepower, hence the name. To reduce weight, the car used lightweight magnesium alloy wheels, a carbon fiber rear wing, and a stripped-out interior resulting in a curb weight of around 1300 kilograms, or 2,866 pounds. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2006 Lotus Europa S is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine producing 200 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. Weighing just 995 kilograms or 2,194 pounds, the Europa S was designed with a focus on grand touring, offering a more comfortable ride and increased sound insulation. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon and World. The Lotus Evija is an all-electric hypercar with a total power output of 2,000 horsepower and 1,254 pound-feet of torque from its 4 electric motors, making it the most powerful production car in the world at the time of its release. It features a 70 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, providing a range of around 250 miles on a single charge and supporting ultra-fast charging, capable of reaching 80% charge in just 12 minutes. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits.
Well, the most powerful car is on the hill right now, 2,000 brake horsepower, all-electric supercar.
The 2008 Evora was designed to be more practical for daily use, featuring a 2+2 seating arrangement and a spacious interior for a sports car. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds and achieve a top speed of 196 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest Lotus cars ever made. 2 Evoras entered and finished the 2011 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, and Edge. The Evora GT430 is powered by a supercharged 3.5-liter V6 engine producing 430 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.7 seconds and a top speed of 196 miles per hour. It used carbon fiber for the front and rear bumpers, roof, and tailgate. The GT430 comes with track-focused Öhlins TTX adjustable dampers, AP racing brakes, and Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, as well as lightweight forged aluminum wheels, providing exceptional handling and braking performance. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Exige Cup 260 is built for the track, featuring a supercharged 1.8-liter inline-4 engine producing 257 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque, weighing just 930 kilograms or 2,050 pounds. Only 50 units were produced. It comes equipped with track-ready features such as an FIA-compliant roll cage, racing seats, harnesses, and adjustable suspension. It appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, and Edge. The Exige Cup 380 is powered by a supercharged 3.5-liter V6 engine producing 375 horsepower and 410 Nm of torque. With advanced aerodynamic features, the Exige generates 200 kilograms or 440 pounds of downforce at its top speed of 175 miles per hour, ensuring exceptional grip and stability. It comes with a T45 steel roll cage, a fire extinguisher, and lightweight forged alloy wheels with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. The Exige Cup 380 appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Exige S features a supercharged 3.5-liter V6 engine producing 345 horsepower, allowing it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift, Shift 2 Unleashed, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2010 McLaren MP412C was McLaren Automotive's first production car since the legendary F1, after a hiatus of over a decade. MP4 stands for McLaren Project 4, a code name that has been used in McLaren F1 cars since Project 4 Racing Team. C is the abbreviation for carbon fiber monocell, a one-piece molded carbon fiber structure equipped with a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine producing 592 horsepower. It introduced the innovative proactive chassis control system, which used hydraulically interconnected dampers to provide adjustable ride quality and handling characteristics without traditional anti-roll bars. It appears in Need for Speed Shift, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2013 update of the McLaren 12C saw an increase in power with the twin-turbo V8 engine now producing 616 horsepower and refined the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, which improved its 0 to 60 miles per hour time to 3 seconds flat. It appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Rivals, and Edge. The McLaren 12C Spider featured a retractable hardtop and retained the same 616 horsepower twin-turbo V8 engine, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds and reached the top speed of 204 miles per hour. McLaren recalibrated the Spider's air brake system to account for the aerodynamic differences with the roof down, and included an independently operable rear window that could be adjusted for wind protection when the top was down. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. Revealed at the 2015 New York International Auto Show, the McLaren 570S was the first model in McLaren's Sports Series aimed at providing a more accessible entry point into the McLaren brand. The 570S was powered by a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 562 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds and had a top speed of 204 miles per hour. It appears in Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. Revealed at the 2017 Goodwood Festival of Speed, the McLaren 570S Spider featured a retractable hardtop sharing the same 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8. The addition of the retractable roof added just 101 pounds to the car's weight thanks to the lightweight and stiff carbon monocell 2 chassis. It appears in Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. The 2018 McLaren 600 LT continued the long-tail heritage inspired by the iconic McLaren F1 GTR long-tail. It featured a longer rear end and enhanced aerodynamics, including a fixed rear wing and a distinctive top-exit exhaust system, which reduced back pressure and enhanced engine sound. The 600 LT had a reworked suspension system, stiffer anti-roll bars, and bespoke Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Heat, and Unbound. First shown at the 2014 Geneva Motor Show, the McLaren 650S was powered by a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine producing 641 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, which went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds. It featured an adaptive rear spoiler that acted as an air brake and used an improved carbon monocell chassis and featured the second-generation proactive chassis control. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2017 McLaren 720S utilized the new Monocage 2 carbon fiber chassis, which was lighter and more rigid. Equipped with a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 710 horsepower, it went 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds and achieved a top speed of 212 miles per hour. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The McLaren 765 LT continued the long-tail legacy. It was based on a 720S but featured a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 755 horsepower. McLaren used a titanium exhaust system, lightweight wheels, and reduced sound insulation to save weight. This allowed it to go 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds and reach a top speed of 205 miles per hour. Only 765 units of the 765 LT were produced. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The McLaren Artura featured a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine paired with an electric motor, producing a combined 671 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque. It was built on the all-new McLaren carbon lightweight architecture designed specifically for hybrid applications. The Artura could travel up to 19 miles on electric power alone thanks to its 7.4 kWh battery pack. It featured McLaren's new proactive damping control system, which used advanced algorithms to adjust suspension settings in real time. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The McLaren F1 launched in 1992 was powered by a naturally aspirated 6.1-liter BMW V12 engine producing 618 horsepower. It held the record for the fastest production car, reaching 240.1 miles per hour or 386 kilometers per hour. To manage heat dissipation, the F1's engine bay was lined with gold foil, a highly effective heat reflector. The F1 was the first supercar to use a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis. It featured a unique 3-seat layout with a driver in the center and 2 passenger seats slightly behind on either side. Only 106 McLaren F1s were produced, including prototypes and racing variants. The McLaren F1 appears on the box art of Need for Speed 2. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, World, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, The Run, Heat, Hot Pursuit Remastered, and Unbound. The McLaren F1 GTR was developed for GT racing and achieved remarkable success, winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1995. It retained the 6.1-liter BMW V12 engine but was slightly detuned to produce around 600 horsepower to comply with racing regulations. The short-tail F1 GTR appears in Need for Speed High Stakes.
Le Mans 24-hour winning McLaren. Just going in the bottom corner. You've also got on the hill there.
The 1997 McLaren F1 GTR featured a long-tail bodywork design which extended the car's rear end to improve aerodynamics and increase downforce. The F1 GTR long tail retained a 6.1-liter V12 producing 620 horsepower, balancing power with reliability for long-duration events. It appears in Need for Speed High Stakes. The McLaren F1 LM was created to commemorate the F1 GTR's victory at the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans. Only 5 LMs were built, each finished in papaya orange, a nod to Bruce McLaren's racing colors. The F1 LM featured an unrestricted version of the 6.1-liter V12 engine producing 680 horsepower. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds and achieved a top speed of around 225 miles per hour or 362 kilometers per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Most Wanted 2012, Rivals, No Limits, and Edge. The McLaren GT was designed as a grand tourer, offering a blend of performance and comfort for long-distance driving powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 612 horsepower. It offered 20 cubic feet of luggage space and used proactive damping control system. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2013 P1 was McLaren's first hybrid hypercar. It combined a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 engine with an electric motor to produce a total of 903 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque, attached to a 7-speed SSG dual-clutch transmission going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds and had a top speed of 217 miles per hour. It completed the Nürburgring Nordschleife in under 7 minutes. Only 375 McLaren P1s were produced, each car hand-assembled at the McLaren Production Center in Woking, England. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, Payback, Edge, Heat, Unbound, and in Need for Speed Movie. The McLaren P1 GTR debuted at the 2015 Geneva Motor Show, built to celebrate the 20th anniversary of McLaren F1's victory at Le Mans. The P1 GTR's hybrid powertrain was tuned to deliver a total of 986 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Heat, and Unbound. Named after the legendary Formula 1 driver Ayrton Senna, the McLaren Senna was unveiled at the 2018 Geneva Motor Show. It featured a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 789 horsepower. The Senna's aerodynamic design included an active rear wing, large front splitter, and numerous air vents and ducts. It used a carbon fiber monocage 3 chassis with race-active chassis control 2 suspension system, which provided up to 800 kilograms of downforce at 155 miles per hour. Only 500 units of the McLaren Senna were produced, each priced at around $1 million. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits.
It's literally the most brutal, fast road car I've ever driven. I couldn't believe it. You can hear the induction, you can hear everything going on.
The McLaren Speedtail was part of McLaren's Ultimate Series and featured a hybrid powertrain with a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine and an electric motor producing a combined 1055 horsepower. This enabled it to reach a top speed of 250 miles per hour, making it the fastest McLaren ever produced. The Speedtail paid homage to the F1 with its unique 3-seat layout. Its design focused heavily on aerodynamics with a teardrop-shaped body, active aero elements, and fixed rear wheel covers. Only 106 units of the Speedtail were produced, matching the total production number of the original F1. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. First shown at the 2017 Auto Shanghai Motor Show, the Mini John Cooper Works Countryman F60 features a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine producing 301 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful Mini in production. It comes standard with the all-4 all-wheel drive system and 18-inch alloy wheels, retaining Mini's signature go-kart-like handling thanks to sport-tuned suspension, Brembo brakes, and a lower center of gravity. It was built by BMW under the Mini mark at the VDL Netcar factory in Born, Netherlands. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 2015 Mini Cooper S is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine producing 189 horsepower. It retains the classic Mini design cues, including the round headlights, contrasting roof, and compact proportions. Despite its sporty nature, the Cooper S offers impressive fuel efficiency for its class, with an EPA rating of 28 miles per gallon city and 38 miles per gallon highway. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Radical SR3 RS is a street-legal racing car introduced in 2002. The name RS is a reference to the original SR3's victory at the UK's Rockingham Motor Speedway. It offers various engine options, including a 1.5-liter or 1.6-liter Radical Performance engines inline-4, producing up to 260 horsepower. It is known for its record-breaking lap times worldwide and holds several lap records for production cars on circuits like the Nürburgring and Silverstone. It has achieved success in motorsport events including the Radical European Masters and the 24-Hour Series. The SR3 RS appears in Shift 2 Unleashed. The 1996 Spectre R42 was a British supercar developed by Ray Christopher and featured a mid-engine layout powered by a 4.6-liter Ford V8 engine, producing around 350 horsepower. The R42's design was inspired by classic GT cars with a sleek, aerodynamic body. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. The 2004 Vauxhall Corsa 1.8 SRI featured a 1.8-liter inline-4 engine producing around 123 horsepower. It enjoyed significant popularity in Europe, particularly in the UK. It was known for its affordability, reliability, and fun-to-drive nature, making it a staple in the small car segment. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 2. The 2005 Vauxhall Monaro VXR was based on the Australian Holden Monaro, a muscle car produced by General Motors' Holden division. This connection gave the Monaro VXR a distinct Australian muscle car character. It was equipped with a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine, producing 382 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, and World. The 2000 Vauxhall VX220 was developed in collaboration with Lotus, based on a Lotus Elise chassis with a curb weight of around 930 kilograms or 2050 pounds. The turbo variant featured a 2-liter turbocharged engine producing 200 horsepower with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 4.7 seconds, making it one of the quickest Vauxhall models. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.